Let's have a warm welcome for Sarah. Sarah Head from Comalatech, and she will tell us something about the compliance in the cloud. So the stage is yours, Sarah.
Thank you, and thank you for being my support up here and back there as well. I'm Sarah, and I am a product marketing manager at Comalatech. I have been at Comalatech for just about 6 months. I feel like probably most of the people in here are familiar with Comalatech, but if you're not, we were founded in 2007, and we've been a leading vendor in the Atlassian marketplace for about 10 years. We have 12 products, including our Comala Document Management, which is one of our most popular. And we have offices in Vancouver. I live in Victoria, so close by Vancouver, and also in Bilbao, Spain. And we have customers that range from very, very small to Fortune 500 companies. And I guess the big thing I'd be remiss not to talk about, because it just happened today, is that we've joined the AppFire family. So it's very exciting for us at Comalatech, and it's very exciting for me. I mean, I've only been here 6 months and already so much action, so I'm really excited about that. So today we're going to be... Woo! Fireflies. All right, so today we're going to be talking about one of our customers, a use case, Red and Lab, and how they use our product, Comala Document Control, for maintaining a compliant QMS. So they are a global leader in speech testing software, and their products are used in businesses and academic institutions around the world for clinical trials. And they're doing really important research into things like Parkinson's disease, dementia, depression. And since they are a medical device supplier, they obviously have a lot of compliance standards that they need to meet. They're also very loyal Atlassian customers. They use Jira for software development and Confluence for their documentation. So the challenge they had was they were looking for something that would help keep their QMS compliant. And in order to do that, there needed to be several pieces that had to come together. So they needed to be able to manage stages of documents, have review and approval workflows, implement e-signatures, a big one, and restrict editing rights. So they evaluated a few different solutions, and they decided on Comala Document Control, which is a good choice for them because it comes out of the box with 3 different workflows, and one is specifically for a QMS. And it helps do things that Confluence alone can't do. So kind of hit all of the tick boxes for them. And so they decided to go with us. And this is what the QMS workflow, what their workflow looks like. So a document starts in a draft stage and it goes through approvals. And each of those approvals and reviews require an e-signature sign-off. Once that's done, it's in the approval stage of the document and goes through the final approvals there, and then it is published. Any changes, even the smallest edits, revert the document back to a draft stage, and all of the activities are tracked in a report that's great for auditing. And also through this workflow, they can archive and make their documents obsolete. So they are very happy with us. They were able to meet all their needs with one environment in Atlassian. So they have Jira for software development, Confluence for document sharing, and with Comala Document Control, they're able to have their compliant QMS. So that's it. Nice, quick, and easy. Thank you for bearing with me.
All right, this was much faster than I thought. I thought you would pull up some more slides, but it's all right. So, do you have any questions to Sarah? Yes? No? Okay, no questions here. Okay.
Yeah, does this particular client use Confluence? Is the whole Confluence a QMS system, or parts of it sort of free, like, I don't know, collaborating on projects that are more like internal, or, is all of their data in Confluence sort of required to go through this?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I can only comment on, I know that they do use Confluence for their QMS. So if they're using it for other things, which they probably are because they're pretty loyal Atlassian customers. But yeah, they definitely use it for their QMS.
But you can use this at a space level, I assume, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tamas. Thank you for your presentation. And I'm curious, but I'm not sure if you can answer that. But as more companies move to the cloud, do you support the migration of the data with Comala? For example, the approval logs and so on when you move to the cloud, a big company. Not sure the customer story was in a cloud already, maybe? Or so do you support this process?
Well, actually, it would be great if we could talk about that a little bit more. We have our COO here, and if we could, just after I'm done up here, if we could just have an offline chat about that. Yeah, we have support available.
1 minute, okay?
1 minute. No. So we do have a cloud version of the product. Right now, we're working on what we can actually move across. You guys can hear me, right? Okay, better. We are working on, right now, what you can bring across if you're already in server or data center is basically the workflow state. So whatever your pages are currently in. But as far as the actual, the product also keeps obviously a log of all the work page activity. That we can't bring over yet in the cloud. There's limitations with how you can put the data. So what most of our customers are doing is they're basically backing it up from server. So you still have it all for auditing purposes, but in the cloud, you basically get the current state of the page, and then most of our customers are just recreating it, their workflow in cloud. Our team is helping out with that. But for all the historical workflow information for the pages, they're just backing it up from server, so they still have it, right? It's not carried over into cloud. We'd love it if we could. We've been working with Atlassian to try to get it there, but there's still some limitations, so that's what you have. But right now, the most important thing, I think, for most of our customers is just that workflow state, so you don't have to go back and reassign the workflow to all the pages again. So the other question, too, as far as the spaces, yeah, what we normally are finding is customers will use Confluence, and everything's broken up by space. So usually, like, one of the spaces will be for their QMS documentation, but they may also be using it for, their social club, social committee note. Those ones are not QMS, but they'll have one that's just a space because with permissions, you can set it up to just be that one. So that's what we normally will see. We have seen a few server and data center where their entire Confluence system has to be audited. So it's quite limited, but I think the more common use cases, they've broken it up into different spaces. And we can do all your workflows at a space level. So it's done like that.
All right, 1 minute, perfect. Any other questions here? Okay. Big applause for Sarah. Thank you.